Today we're talking about TikTok. You know, the social media platform that most people say they hate, but secretly deep inside they actually love. I mean, let's be honest. No matter how much we despise TikTok, it's pretty much addicting and hard to stop using. Doesn't matter if you're watching a video or making one. At first, it was just an app where high schoolers did stupid dances that made you want to smash your face in, but TikTok evolved into an app where you can literally find a video for anything and everything. Thanks to TikTok's aggressive algorithm, we all just stay in the app for hours and hours consuming content and developing brain rot, but hey, we're at least having fun, right? And don't get me wrong, other social media apps like Instagram and X also cause brain rot, but TikTok is just on a different level. And it's also way better at what it sets out to do that the other big social media apps cannot replicate. Unfortunately, our TikTok days might be coming to an end because in April 2024, the US government signed a bill to ban TikTok. According to the bill, ByteDance, the Chinese company that owns TikTok, has 9 months to sell the app. If they fail to do so, then TikTok will be permanently banned from the United States. So I guess the real question is why? Why does the US hate TikTok so much? One word, China. You see, TikTok is a huge social media app that does not originate from the United States. Because of this, it's seen as a national security threat due to the potential of China using TikTok to collect data on Americans. This has been widely speculated for years and it isn't surprising at all. I'm sure you all know there's no such thing as privacy anymore because even the other apps you use on a daily basis are collecting your data. It's just that they are typically American apps and not a foreign app with this much power and mainstream attention. So this becomes a red flag for the US government, and if TikTok is not sold in 9 months, it's gone forever. And you want to hear something funny? TikTok is already banned in its home country. Yep, TikTok doesn't even exist in China. Instead, they have something called Douyin, which is the equivalent of TikTok, but without all the mindless content like the cereal challenge. For anyone who doesn't remember, it was a challenge where someone poured milk and cereal into another person's mouth and then had to eat the cereal from the quote-unquote human bowl. Oh my god, I feel like throwing up every time I think about this disgusting challenge. As you would imagine, TikTok is not going down without a fight. This unconstitutional law is a TikTok ban and we will challenge it in court. We believe the facts and the law are clearly on our side and we will ultimately prevail. The fact is, we have invested billions of dollars to keep US data safe and our platform free from outside influence and manipulation. This ban would devastate 7 million businesses and silence 170 million Americans. TikTok CEO, Shou, would also share his response on the subject.
It's obviously a disappointing moment, but it does not need to be a defining one. It's actually ironic because the freedom of expression on TikTok reflects the same American values that make the United States a beacon of freedom.
A lot of people who don't like or even understand how TikTok works may hate the platform and not realize that TikTok does have its positives and deserves more credit. Because of TikTok, people can have their lives changed for the better just overnight. Out of all the social media apps, it's the easiest one to break into if you're looking for fast growth. It's been huge for both big and small businesses like mom and pop shops who just need one viral moment to turn their fortunes around. People from all over the world use TikTok, allowing us to learn about their culture, language, lifestyle, food, and more. Seriously, if I want to learn about something new, I just open up TikTok or YouTube. Books? I don't read those.
I done learned stuff from TikTok that I ain't even learned in school. No cap. People be learning how to cook on TikTok. They be learning safety precautions. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. TikTok do more good than it does bad. If that makes sense.
Plus, there are so many talented creators like Kabi Lame, who is of course the most followed person on the platform, and Zach King, who makes the best illusion videos. However, some may argue that the good things about TikTok feel outweighed by the bad things, and I think this is another reason why the US government is going after a ban. What I mean is that more times than not, the biggest, most viral moments of TikTok are pretty head-scratching and a bad influence for anyone. We talked about the cereal challenge earlier, but do you remember the milk crate challenge in 2021? It was when people attempted to climb a pyramid of stacked milk crates as fast as they could, only to then end up in the hospital. I get it, we were in a worldwide pandemic and everyone was bored, but this still was absolutely crazy. Or what about the penny challenge, which involved sliding a penny into a partially plugged-in phone charger? I don't think I have to explain any further why this was a very bad trend, but these are just some of the reasons why it's hard to defend TikTok sometimes. On top of that, TikTok has been largely responsible for everyone having shorter attention spans. According to a study conducted by Microsoft, after just 20 minutes on TikTok, users experience a significant decrease in attention span and working memory. You know it's a crazy time we live in if we're battling goldfish for who has the shortest attention span. By the way, we do at an average of 8.25 seconds compared to the goldfish's 9 seconds. So yeah, it's a struggle. Either way, the people who have figured out how to find success on TikTok have made so much money that banning the app now feels like the wrong thing to do. People's livelihoods are at stake. This is something they should have done before TikTok exploded into the mainstream. Unsurprisingly, major TikTokers have already voiced their frustration with the ban.
But it's very sad to see just how much our politicians in America are against us, the people. Very few Americans actually supported this ban, yet almost every single politician in America seemed very ready to make it law the second that it got to them.
There are small businesses on TikTok that solely thrive on the income they make from TikTok Shop. There are creators on here that their main income is TikTok. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, get a real job. Content creation is a real job. It's hard. It's hard to put yourself out there for other people to consume.
It's hard to argue against them, especially when they make a really good case. There are so many good things about TikTok, but the government only sees the negatives, like the challenges I talked about earlier. What's also making a lot of people mad about this is that as a country, the US preaches freedom, and they should have the ability to download and use TikTok if they want to. It's their choice. With the lawmakers stepping in, it becomes a scary precedent that they can just ban whatever they don't like and nobody else gets a say. There are obvious exceptions like illegal material, which would make more sense to actually get rid of, but banning social media and other applications makes it kind of weird. However, the big question we need to ask is, what if there is another colossal app that pops off in the United States that isn't owned or controlled by the US? How easy will it be to ban whatever app that may be in the future if they were able to get rid of TikTok just like that? TikTok isn't that big of a deal where we should be passing bills on it. There are far more important things going on in this world that deserve way more attention from politicians. Again, I think we all understand the potential data risk from China the more we use TikTok. But it's not like our data isn't being collected by American-made apps either. Will ByteDance actually sell TikTok? I don't know, because they make so much money from it. In the end, if they can't win against this decision in court, they may be willing to take the ban and just focus on other countries. Although, what if other countries around the world follow the same course as the US and decide to ban the app as well? This decision may have worldwide ramifications that ultimately lead to the end of TikTok, period. I don't think this will happen, but you never know. However, there's still the tiniest bit of hope that both TikTok and the US government can come to some sort of an agreement to save not just a social media app, but a social media app that greatly benefits our society and economy.